Hey there, Bulldog fans that participate in our what we've done this weekly prediction contest for the Georgia games. And the news is good. Georgia is not bad. They're still a good football team. They beat Michigan very convincingly, 34-11. I have to admit, as a Georgia fan, that was felt good. It was a long December, and I was sick of all the negativity. I myself, on the last one, I think I told you how I was kind of nervous about it and was feeling some of that. And then after I sent out the video, I kind of looked back and started really feeling differently as the game got closer. I felt a lot better and just looked at Georgia's record over Big Ten teams, looked at the roster. So in the end, it really wasn't that surprising. But when all the negativity gets around, it can affect the fan base and the team. Didn't happen to this team. Let's let you know who won. Several good predictions. Will Beasley, 27-6. Rodney England, 31-17. Bob Wolf, 38-17, really close. Melanie Ford, 28-14. Unfortunately, the closest prediction was somebody here in the company, Jeb Bradbury. But since he's in the company, Jeb will not be able to win. His prediction was 35-10, so he was almost there at 34-11. The winner is actually going to be somebody for, I believe, the third time this year, and it is Joe Fowler with 30-10. So, Joe, hats off to you, man. You won three times. What happens to a lot of people in this is it seems like a lot of people start predicting the same thing. We had a lot of people predicting a close score, and only a few people, less than 10, probably predicted a large blowout. And we had the blowout, so only a few people were close to getting it. Congrats to Joe. We'll get you out a gift card. And I guess the next thing we want to talk about is we're going to do one more for the national championship. So we all know that Georgia struggled to beat Bama. And, there's a lot of people that like to pick on Georgia for that. And the reality is this is every single team in college football wants to be where Georgia is other than Alabama. Plain and simple. And Alabama has been a problem for everybody in college football. You might have had Ohio State, Clemson get by them. Good for them. But, right now it's Georgia's turn to try to do this. And the way I feel about it is, that SEC championship game, it did not go well for Georgia. At times it didn't look like themselves. Hats off to Alabama. They played great. But Georgia and Bama with this, as much as it might exhaust the rest of college football, this was never meant to be an undercard fight, meaning something that took place in a minor championship before the big one. This is how it was always meant to play out, I think. Lee Corso predicted it. He basically said earlier in the year that he thought it would go this way with Georgia winning it in the national championship. It is really hard to pick Georgia to win this game because Georgia hasn't done it. Seems like we find a way, or the team finds a way to lose every time. But, second chances are rare, and Georgia has one. The other thing that's hard to do is to beat a good team twice in the same season. Bama and Georgia haven't had this dynamic where Georgia's had a chance to come back and rectify something in that given year. It's only been about 30 or so days since they played. They're very familiar with each other. It's going to take everything for Georgia to win this game, but I think they're really going to do it. I do. I think this is the way it was supposed to go. Bama's a great team, and a lot of people would go ahead and pick them. But at some point, they're not going to win. At some point, it's going to be our day. There's going to come that day where the ball bounces in favor of Georgia. That's just the way it's got to happen eventually. Now, whether you think it's just coming next Monday or after that, your call. But I'm going to predict Georgia to win 31-21. 31-21 Georgia. They finally get over the hump. It's the greatest day ever. That's what I'm hoping for. Silence the critics and beat Bama. Sorry for the long video. Send us your prediction. Go Dogs. Last contest of the year. And from here on out, you'll just get market updates if you want to. You have a great week. Go Dogs.